Good, y'all. It's another episode of Just Hip Hop. You already know who it is. C.
It's your boy Buddah.
It's your boy December.
And I think I'm too loud. It's all good. Whatever. Today we talking about a lot of shit. First we gonna talk about my Cavaliers.
Yeah, let's get it out of the way.
Because
Big moves.
Trash moves.
Some people saying it's trash, and then some people saying it was good.
They didn't get any better or any worse.
That's how I feel.
And it's hard to pinpoint if this is on preparing for LeBron to leave or preparing for him to stay.
That's how I feel.
Who did they get rid of in the trade?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Got rid of half the team.
Everybody that they brung in the offseason. Everybody that they moved Kyrie for, pretty much.
Yeah.
They had these niggas on a 90-day trial, pretty much, and did not renew the subscription.
Hell no.
So Derrick Rose and D Wade were both on minimum contracts, and they're both out of here. Jay Crowder's gone.
Channing
IT
Frye
is gone. Yeah, Channing Frye is gone as well. And they brung in Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, George Hill, Rodney Hood.
Hold on. You got the mic? Yeah, there we go. Go ahead.
So, with that being said, I think it was a good deal for the Lakers because they required a bunch of expiring contracts. IT contract is expiring. It was a good deal for the Jazz because Rodney Hood's contract is in fact expiring. But for the Cavs,
you think none of them
got a bunch of role players to me.
You think none of them is like a good pickup, like Larry, Clarkson?
I think
Hood,
Larry Nance is gonna be a sleeper pick. George Hill is probably the best pickup because he is a reliable playmaker. He's nothing flashy about him. Reliable playmaker. He's shooting really well from three, especially in like catch and shoot opportunities. So that is good for a LeBron type of team. I really don't know where Jordan Clarkson is going to fit in to this mix. And Rodney Hood will I think he'll be able to score about 12, 13 points.
I got the perfect analogy.
What's that?
Before they looked like the 04 Lakers. They look good on paper. I think now they
ain't look like the 04 Lakers on paper, though. I don't know.
I don't know, man. You talking about they had
Gary Payton,
MVP.
Kobe.
Yeah, I mean they didn't have a bunch of Hall of Famers on paper, but like on paper they look really good.
Yeah, on paper they were the deepest team
exactly
in NBA. That's
and like they got. I mean, you think about it, they had MVP candidate, two MVPs. I mean, damn, like on paper they look phenomenal, but I think they went from being the Pistons to being like a real like LeBron team. Like they went from being, I mean, not the Pistons, the Lakers. They went from being 04 Lakers to a Bulls team from the 90s. Like that's how I feel. I feel like they went from being a team like the 04 Lakers that looked phenomenal, like on paper looked like they were the world beater, like nobody could beat the team. They went from looking like that shit to looking like, I mean, did niggas think Ron Harper was gonna win 3 rings?
Nah.
You think niggas thought Ron Harper from the Clippers was gonna win 3? You think niggas thought B.J. Armstrong was gonna win 3 rings?
I mean, they played with Jordan, so yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But they look like a star and really good role players, and that's the team he should have went for at the jump. LeBron isn't. Look, bro, like. LeBron ain't Steph Curry. He got to have the ball. He cannot coexist with these. These niggas is somebody for him to pass the ball to when he ain't shoot. Like, that's real. Like, and to be completely honest, like, he need a number 2 guy, and that's Kevin Love. It should have been Kyrie, but whatever. He need a number 2 guy. That's Kevin Love.
Kyrie having a time of his life right now.
Like a motherfucker. And he need a number 2 guy, and he need a bunch of really good shooters and role players. That's just real. Like, that's what he had in Miami. That's why they won them ships in Miami. That's what he had the year they did win. He had a number 2 guy in Kyrie. He needed Scottie Pippen. He need a Dennis Rodman, and then he need everybody else to be Tony Kukoc, Steve Kerr, etc. And that's what he. I think that's what he got now, and that's why a lot of people are saying like, "Yo, this actually looks like a team that could win a championship now." You know what I'm saying? Like this looks like a championship team. I still don't think. I thought they had enough, man, but IT just ain't healthy. I think if IT had been healthy, we'd be saying something different right now. I think if IT's healthy, and because his mind state is different too. If he's healthy, he's not so worried about, I'm not scoring points. He's not worried about chucking up all them shots and shit. If he's healthy,
I think with a healthy IT, I think they still didn't have enough.
I think
defensively, they're just so bad. I think even with a healthy IT, there was not enough offense.
I think with a healthy IT, you got somebody else to blame. And so if you got somebody else to blame, who else you blaming? Think about it.
I mean, even with an unhealthy IT, you still can blame it on the fact that he wasn't healthy.
With a healthy IT, if they losing, who you blame?
No one.
No. You bullshit. Who you blame if you losing?
No one.
The rest of them niggas.
Tyronn Lue.
Oh, the coach, true. So then it comes to him like.
I mean, but LeBron has only had one coach in his entire career that can actually fucking coach.
To be honest,
and that's Eric Spoelstra.
To be honest, if you blaming Tyronn Lue, then that's who needs to blame anyway.
Niggas knew what they was getting. I'm not blaming Tyronn Lue. Niggas knew what they was getting.
I think Tyronn Lue is like a good coach, but I think he's a good coach.
Not good enough to coach LeBron.
But he not facts. Like
almost no one is though.
He not he not Phil.
But Phil ain't Phil no more. So
yeah, but he not Phil. He not Pop. He's not one of those guys that can handle superstar personas, because his thing is to just let them do what they gonna do, and like Phil won't like that. Pop ain't like that. Hell, Spo ain't like that for real.
Nah, he definitely handled it pretty well.
No, I'm saying you saying Tyronn Lue handled it pretty well.
No, not Spoelstra.
No, but I'm saying Spo ain't like Tyronn. He ain't like.
Yeah. No, Spoelstra ain't going for that shit. Like,
but
the thing is, I don't think there's a player in the league that Eric Spoelstra can't coach, because even after everyone left, they was still a playoff team. Like,
Facts.
Spoelstra coaches. He coaches
Facts.
well. Like, there's not.
They still going to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, there's not that many coaches. It's not that many coaches like that in the league. Like, to be honest, like a lot of these coaches cannot. You look at the talent that Scott Brooks had all the talent in the fucking world.
Facts.
Cannot coach. You look at what's going on in the Wizards right now. Granted, John Wall and Bradley Beal is no Russ, Harden, and KD.
Yeah, but they fire.
Serge Ibaka.
But they fire.
When you look at what's going on and John Wall is hurt and the players in the locker room are talking about, good team win, because John Wall not out there getting the bulk of the assists and shit, and then John Wall is responding to Marcin and Ty on Twitter and stuff like that. Scott Brooks can't handle his players.
It's like, nigga, you got his number. Why would you be responding to him on Twitter?
Why
would he even say it?
Yeah,
why would he even say it?
And it was definitely a shot at John Wall.
And then why would you respond to it on Twitter? Because you got his number.
Because they feel like John Wall and Bradley Beal don't hold themselves like accountable. These like they lead when they want to lead, and then when it's time to take blame, they don't take the blame. They put on everybody else. They don't view them as really good leaders. And the thing is that also falls on the coach.
Facts.
Like the coach isn't just an X's and O's guy. He isn't just, we're gonna run this play. Like,
facts.
The coach is the ringleader. The coach is the person that keeps all these people in check. Like, the coach is damn near a psychologist.
Facts.
Like,
that's always been everybody, including mine.
That's
like,
what makes Phil and Pop so good.
Yeah, that's always been my problem with Carl. George Karl.
Yeah, terrible at that. Terrible.
Because like George Karl, if he got a team full of mid-level niggas, he going to the playoffs.
That nigga couldn't handle Boogie.
Yeah.
He might be going deep into the playoffs.
I don't think he couldn't necessarily handle Melo.
Yeah, he had Melo.
the comments like he made about Kenyon Martin, like he just terrible, like at managing players. So
I feel the same way about what's my man name? Carlissimo. PJ Carlissimo. Yeah. I feel the same way about him. He had that Nets team, and that Nets team wasn't that terrible, but like it's hard to like know how to manage, to be a leader and have to manage all of these really big personalities. You got to think like these niggas is out and about every day, like they having sex with mad women that's telling them like, oh, they this, they that, and the third. Yeah. They family is telling them they this, they that, and the third. They got social media with millions of followers, and they tell them they this, that, and the third. So when they get there, they head biggest motherfucker. When they get to practice, they already knowing. You know what I'm saying? And like, you got to be able to humble a nigga off rip. You got to be able to be like, hey, look, bro, that shit could be gone tomorrow if you don't win these games. If you ain't getting this ring, if you ain't hitting the playoffs, if you ain't in an All-Star game, if you ain't, and the way to do that is to listen to me. They gotta like, you got to instill that in them niggas. Like, yo, the way to, you want all this shit to keep going. You want hoes in your apartment. I mean, in your hotel room every night. Yeah. You want to be in a club and get shout out every night. You want that shit to keep going. Listen to me.
Yeah, I mean, but I can only imagine, like in Tyronn Lue's case, like just like for David Blyde or the fuck is it, Mike Brown, any of these coaches, it has to be hard to manage LeBron, because one thing about LeBron that, like, when you look at like Phil had Kobe. Yeah. Kobe, he said it himself. He said, I don't handle like the aspect of, managing like who plays for the team. Like, if they ask for input, he might give some input, but he's not that person that, hey, I need this person. Facts. I need that person.
He did say that.
He like, it gets awkward in the locker room, especially come trade deadline time, when people is looking like, well, damn, like if Kobe don't want me here, I'm out of here. Or if Kobe want this person here, they gonna get him here. Like, LeBron has been super critical, not just this year, but pretty much every year. Early in his career, I felt like he did deserve a lot of help. But then it's like they started finally acquiring the pieces that he wanted. And now it's like he expects it. Like, he was mad they didn't get Eric Bledsoe. He was mad they didn't get Paul George. Facts. Like, and I feel like a lot of these people going was his doing.
Facts.
Damn.
I feel like it was almost as if it was like stipulations for, if I'm gonna re-sign next season, like, these motherfuckers can't be here.
Facts.
Is LeBron a team killer?
Except for the D Wade situation.
You said what?
Is LeBron a team killer?
He might be.
I don't think so.
But I mean, and it's weird because it's like,
I don't think so. I think he's a team builder.
It's both.
I think he's a team builder because like it's like this, like it's like, I think, look, Mike would have did the same thing if he could. Hell,
you don't think Mike had that option?
I was about to say, I think Mike did do that in some instances. And
I don't think he went overboard with it though. I think
you don't think he went overboard with it because them championships came?
No. I mean, but when you look at when they played against Tony Kukoc, like in the Olympics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course they recruited that nigga.
Hell
of course they wanted him there.
He was like,
you look at Dennis Rodman. They probably got tired of they probably got tired of getting beat the fuck up by Dennis Rodman. Like, but those are like small pieces. But
shit, like, Dennis Rodman, Hall of Fame. Go ahead.
He is. But I mean, these are role players that he's acquiring.
Yeah, you're right.
These are role players.
Yeah, you're right.
LeBron, time after time, is wanting to be surrounded by like star talent. And don't get me wrong, because he got a lot of role players.
Well,
paid,
listen. Look, I feel like this. It's some role players out there that got star talent. Dennis Rodman was a role player, but my nigga, he still was a star.
Yeah.
The nigga had his own shoes. Like, he was a star.
He had his own shoes?
Yeah. Multiple, nigga. With different companies, with Converse and Nike.
I know all that.
Yeah, like,
I feel you.
That nigga was a star. Like, I cannot look, bro, like, I can't blame him, because like Horace Grant was a star at the time. He was that nigga at the time. That's why Orlando wanted him.
Well, the thing is okay, even if we sit here and say, Mike did have a hand in getting these people there, this also goes to show that Mike is a better GM than LeBron.
Facts.
Because LeBron got all these role
Facts.
players paid, and a lot of them are stuck under contract, and no one's taking on them contracts.
Facts.
Ain't nobody taking on J.R. Smith contract.
Nope.
Ain't nobody damn sure taking on Tristan Thompson contract when he airballing layups. Like, no one's taking on, like, Kyle Korver. Like, all these people got paid and they're under contract.
Facts.
If you look at the way the Warriors did it, Steph didn't have his mega deal. Everybody else was getting paid before Steph. KD signed and was taking, it's taking year-to-year player options pretty much because it allows him to opt out. And that gives them the money to bring everybody else back. And then he has his bird rights, and then he can re-sign again. And then if they got to go into the luxury tax, they willing to do that because they're a championship caliber team. Right. They handled it right. All these role players are under contracts with no team options, no player options, no nothing. So that money stays on their books all the time. And pretty much all these people got paid around the same time. So he felt like, this was a team. And I understand. But then when KD went to the Warriors, it fucked everything up.
I think without KD at the Warriors, it is a team. I think if KD don't go to the Warriors, I don't even think Kyrie leave.
I mean, you can say that, but I don't know.
He still would have.
I think
because I feel like
I know why he left. I know him leaving didn't have everything to do with the championship, but you gotta think if KD don't go to the Warriors, right? Bron and them to figure it out, so they winning that next championship.
I think
they winning.
Yeah, that's the only way I can definitely say Kyrie does not.
Kyrie
leave,
not leaving.
If
If they winning that next championship, Kyrie ain't leaving because he know LeBron staying. He know LeBron staying.
You still think he didn't want to be his own man?
I feel like he still would have.
He did.
But
he did.
I mean, you're not. I'm sorry.
But you leaving.
You ain't leaving.
You leaving later?
You ain't leaving after winning the championship. This ain't 2K, my nigga.
Facts.
Like in my career, I'd be like, yeah, we just won a championship with
Facts.
I'm about to go do it with these motherfuckers.
Facts.
Show these
2K,
non-existent people that I can win anywhere.
Facts.
But that's 2K. Like in real life,
2K.
like nah.
Nigga, you know what come with championships?
Bitches.
I mean, other than that, like endorsements come with championships.
That's a fact.
Like commercials,
all types of shit,
merchandise, right? You know what I'm saying? Like all of that comes with championships. Club appearances, those come with championships. You think, nigga, you think people won't paying to see BJ Armstrong at the club?
I mean, I know niggas paying to see J.R. Smith at the club.
Facts.
Hennied up, nigga.
Facts.
We miles in that yak.
Facts. Like, you think they won't paying to see? You think they weren't excited when they seen Tony Kukoc?
Nah, he definitely was. You got a ring.
He's probably in his country.
Regardless of.
So, I mean, like, yo, Kyrie ain't leaving that, bro. Now, you know, with KD going to the Warriors, it changes everything up. I think we don't even have this conversation if KD don't go to the Warriors. Also, I don't even think that the Warriors get back to the playoffs. I mean, get back to the finals
without KD.
Without KD,
yeah.
I don't think it happens.
The Thunder was another piece, small piece, away from beating the Warriors. They already should have beat them.
Facts.
But they was another shooter or another playmaker away, so that when Westbrook and KD is on the bench at the same time, they straight.
Facts.
Not even as big as like a Lou Williams piece off the bench.
Yeah.
Like it didn't have to be somebody like that. It could have been somebody of lesser talent.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all they needed. But
I mean, we talking about like building dynasties. Let's talk about a guy that built the music dynasty. Quincy Jones.
This man is.
This nigga was talking about everything the Vulture.
Sound like he got a tell-all book coming.
That's
facts.
This is a nigga you don't want to tell shit. he gonna give
like
up
about
all your secrets.
how long did it take him to get his secrets away though?
He probably just hadn't been asked earlier. I don't know. He probably,
that nigga said, I'm gonna wait for these niggas to be dead for a long time.
Bruh.
I ain't trying to hear
everybody
these niggas
he talking about.
Tupac
Damn
shit.
near
I want these niggas dead.
Damn near everybody he was talking about was dead.
Yeah. He's one person he talked about was Michael Jackson. You know, Mr. King of Pop. And he said he was out here stealing songs.
I believe that.
He stole Billie Jean. He said he was greedy.
I believe
he was
that.
writing songs for him. He wasn't trying to give him percentages on the songs.
I believe that.
You think that was true?
Yeah.
Finesse, young man, finesse.
I believe that. What you gonna say? What you gonna do?
That's a fact.
25 million on Thriller. What you gonna do? What can you tell him?
All these people Drake got working in his fucking sweatshop and shit. And we paying
So
these
Michael
niggas
Jackson
in
was on the
gum.
early sweatshop.
These
Niggas
niggas
think
paying
that.
these niggas in gum, bro. Like,
High fives and shit.
Drake and Kanye been doing the same thing for years.
pretty much.
Kanye didn't write Family Ties. That wasn't even his family he was talking about in this Family Business. He didn't even write Family Business.
I was about to say, I don't know what Family Ties
Yeah,
is.
the last verse of Family Business, somebody was in the studio talking to him about their family, and that's how they got the verse with the last verse of Family Business.
Hey, that's crazy. That's wild. Another thing Quincy talked about, I think it said he know who killed Kennedy.
Yo, that's crazy.
Well,
Which is it's
we
been
wait.
a mystery for a while.
That's
do
crazy.
you know who killed Tupac and Biggie?
You know, he
That's
actually
what
gave a
we
name
Tell
though.
that.
I forgot the names like Ngwanta.
He said that nigga dead too.
He said it was some mob shit. That mobs helped Kennedy win the election and all that.
Bruh, let me find out Quincy Jones the answer.
That's
Can
what I'm
answer
saying. Like, how does he
all
know
my
this
questions.
shit? Like,
Bro,
was he just
nah,
moving around?
like,
Like,
he
from
ain't
circle to
answer
circle,
all
like,
my
yeah.
questions.
Yes, because he was. You gotta think,
This nigga
bro.
like a book.
Until
Quincy-
you get to the bottom of the Tupac and Biggie shit, he ain't answer all my questions.
Quincy done been in every popular circle there is.
This nigga a librarian and shit.
They ain't
man.
tell this nigga shit no more.
The hell, nah, this nigga Quincy here. Shh. Don't say
Facts.
shit.
Facts.
He also said he dated Ivanka Trump.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He said one of the
I ain't hear
assistants
that
came
part.
up to him and was like, she thinks you look cute or something like that, or she want to take you out to dinner or something.
And then grabbed her by the pussy.
I don't know. I think she said she wanted to take him to dinner, and he agreed to it and said he dated Ivanka Trump.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that's true. That's
Damn.
a big claim.
Hey, bro, I believe it. Quincy ain't got no reason to lie. He old as shit.
Hey, Donald Trump, how you feel
He
about
old
that?
as shit. What he got to lie for?
Oh, that's true.
What he got to lie for? I believe it.
What else he said? He said a bunch of other stuff that was wild. I don't know what he said.
He look. This the one I was hot about because like people claim that they're fans of people, but they like really not fans. Like people was talking about the Richard Pryor thing. Like he was saying like he was talking about Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando is like he was a Godfather. This nigga played the Godfather. He was like Marlon Brando charming as hell. He'll fuck anything. He was like, they was like, really? He was like, yeah, Marvin Gaye, Richard Pryor. Who else did he say? He said one other
He
person.
said somebody else.
He's like Marvin Gaye, Richard Pryor. It was one other person he said he
I
fucked.
don't want to. It was some black guy, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't want to ruin. I don't want to say the wrong person.
Yeah. Who the fuck was it? I can't remember. When you find it, whatever. But like, people was like his daughter came out and was like, that's not true. And then like his widow came out and was like, yeah, that's true. Like Richard Pryor's widow came out and was like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you didn't know Richard Pryor was
If you didn't know Richard
bisexual,
Pryor,
you're wild.
facts.
You didn't
like,
really watch his stand-ups. Then.
You don't really fuck with Richard Pryor if you didn't know he was bisexual. Like he been like one of his early stand-ups, like he talks about like sucking dick and like all type of shit, like crazy shit. Like
That's a fact.
like like Pryor was probably the most honest comedian, dog. Like bruh, he snort coke, he was gonna tell you about it.
That's a fact.
He bought prostitutes, he was gonna tell you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that amount of transparency, like when you look at like Kevin Hart, like niggas be like, yo, Kevin Hart ain't funny. Yo, that's what makes Kevin Hart funny is like you're almost a little uncomfortable by him not being embarrassed about the stuff he talks about. Cause like it's like you wouldn't talk about it. Like you wouldn't openly have these conversations. You wouldn't be transparent about these things that Hard is talking about. And that's what makes him funny. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what made Richard Pryor funny, because you was like, what? He was like, he told one joke, he was like, what you get when you light a match on, what he said, when you light a match on fire or some shit, and he was like, he was like, look, that's Richard Pryor. It was like, yo, that shit was crazy because he caught himself on fire and shit. Like, he just used to tell all type of just crazy, because he was able to make fun of himself, like, and that allows people to relate to
James Baldwin.
James Baldwin. I believe that. I believe that. James Baldwin. But James Baldwin is gay.
Who's James Baldwin?
You don't know who James Baldwin is?
Nah.
Nigga.
I'm not an old head.
I'm finna revoke your black card.
Wait, who? You gotta tell me who. I might know him. Chill out. Chill out.
Bro, James Baldwin is an author and activist.
Nah, that didn't help at all.
I was about to say, you ain't really help him. The thing is, I don't really know who he is either.
Yeah, I sit over there quiet. You see how he's over there quiet and trying to let me die and shit.
Did not let me finish.
Over there quiet trying to let me
die.
First of all, you know I don't read like that. Let's make that clear.
My nigga, you ain't got to read
I don't
to know
read
who
like
James
that.
Baldwin
Now,
is. What the
if
fuck?
you had let me finish, I would have said my aunt reads a lot. And she had almost every James Baldwin book. I just remember like being in her room at times, and like all her books would be stacked up, and the main author I would always see is James Baldwin.
All right, you saved yourself.
He still don't know who it is.
Hey, nigga, stay over there, because you don't even know he right.
You ain't
even know that nigga right.
I don't know that nigga.
Hey, bro. Dave, what's his name? Dave Pilkey?
If he ain't
shout out to Dave Pilkey, nigga.
If he ain't Shakespeare, what's that? Harper Lee? I think that's who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird. You know, that's my shit.
Ain't J.K. Rowling. We ain't knowing. You know what I'm saying? That's the
motto. Shel Silverstein.
You know,
I don't know that
Harry Potter nigga. Shel Silverstein.
Hey, Shel Silverstein. Don't laugh at Shel Silverstein. He finna sponsor this podcast.
That nigga say, hey, I don't read a book unless it got drawing pictures in it. That's basically what you said, motherfucker.
Captain Underpants. I
pretty much.
Man, what else, man?
What else we gonna talk about? Super Bowl.
Music related at a Super Bowl performance.
I ain't watching. I'm with Cap.
I didn't need to watch it.
I'm with Cap.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of shit on Twitter.
I'm with Cap.
A lot of people was talking about like, oh, how y'all watching the Super Bowl and y'all just saying
I'm with Cap.
I'm
with Cap.
A lot of people didn't watch it because they want to stand up with Cap, and a lot of people watched it. And he was like, how y'all watching that shit and y'all supposed to be standing up?
Hey, bro, look.
But, they said Justin Timberlake used a hologram of Prince.
Projector.
Yeah. He on his Coachella shit. In which Prince openly said in an interview that he does not believe in doing any type of collaborations or performances or anything with anyone via hologram projection, whatever you want to call it. He just felt it was demonic, and if it was meant to be, if it was meant for him to work with someone, it would have happened. Mm-hmm. So it completely went against his wishes of doing it. Justin Timberlake did it anyway. Facts. Which, you know, that's white people being white people.
Facts.
I feel like Justin Timberlake should not have been there because Janet Jackson did not pull her own titty out. He did not apologize to her titty.
Facts.
With that being said, him nor Prince, or you know the ghost of Prince, should not have been at that Super Bowl.
That's the name of this episode. He did not apologize to her titty. Go ahead.
That's wild.
Go ahead.
So I really feel like that shit was just disrespectful. I feel like I don't care how much you looked up to Prince or how much you enjoyed Prince's music or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, he didn't even like, bro.
No, they didn't like each other. They had beef over the years.
So, like, I don't know if that was his way of saying, oh, I'm gonna let bygones be bygones. But knowing Prince was a shady motherfucker.
Prince did not like that nigga.
Prince probably still don't fuck with you.
That's right. That nigga in his grave.
But I get it.
Yeah.
He wanted to do something. He probably could have did something else. You know, you in Minnesota. Prince's hometown. So I get it.
I get it. No, I don't get it. I'm not even gonna lie and say I get it.
I get why he did something.
That shit fucked up. That's some white people shit.
I don't get why he could have did something else. Like, he could have just said, "It's for you, Prince," or just something. He didn't have to do the whole projection shit.
You gonna fuck it up, man. Ain't no white people gonna sponsor this podcast, bro.
White people been doing shit against our wishes ever since some niggas said, "Hey, we finna take y'all to America." And we was like, "Nah, fam," and they brung us anyway. White people being white people. Don't sponsor this podcast if you don't want to. Y'all know the truth.
Hey, bro, look. Please sponsor this podcast.
Hey,
nah, JT.
All I'm saying is, JT just a white Usher.
Yeah, something you saying was what is it? Appropriating our culture. That's what they feel.
If you really want to be Usher, go get herpes, my nigga.
Has he been doing that?
I think that's the name of the podcast. If you really want to be Usher, go get herpes.
I thought the black culture accepted JT though.
I don't.
I think the black culture has accepted JT to a degree, but
it needs to be revoked.
That don't mean he not Elvis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because niggas listen to your music don't mean you're not Elvis. And the nigga Elvis. Facts. Like, the nigga Elvis, bro, like, and I don't think Prince liked that shit. To be completely honest.
I don't think it just stayed like it. Nobody really liked it. It was just bad. And he had a nasty ass Jordans on with the check.
Hold on. Chill. The J's was hot.
Now with the check, man.
Yo, the check. Yo, I didn't like it. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't like the check when I first saw it. But like seeing the check, like on the new pictures, I seen it. I'm like, yo, he's alright. I might rock these. Hey, I'm glad they ain't put them on the originals though, because they wouldn't have sold. But now, like seeing it, like with the check, I'm like,
you gonna wear them?
I'd wear them. I ain't buying them. They what, $250 retail? The retail is ridiculous. I ain't buying that shit. I ain't paying an extra $50 for a check, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. The most I'm gonna pay is $30. I'll pay extra $30 for the check. If it say Nike Air on the back, but I'm not paying $50 for no damn check, nigga. Put the check on that bitch myself.
Yeah, but speaking of white people, you know, Raven Simone.
Raven Simone, a white person now.
Of course she is. You know, she had some
hate on people.
Yeah.
So it was a picture. Who was it? I think it was a Rock Nation brunch.
Yeah.
And at the Rock Nation brunch is usually all the top people in hip hop. Yeah. And they mostly
and R&B.
And R&B. Yeah. So you got the Khaled's, the P Diddy's, the Jay-Z, the Swizz Beatz, T.I.'s, just a bunch, you know, brothers doing their thing, enjoying themselves. You know, they made it to the top from the bottom. Yeah. So we gonna celebrate. We gonna live it up. And I think
donate to a bunch of charities.
That's a fact.
Right? And non-profit organizations across the world.
Mm-hmm. So
go ahead.
So I think somebody made a post and was like, we're gonna sit here and like congratulate like these people who got successful off of like drug,
degrading our
women, and all this like murder and all this blah blah blah. Just trying to just throwing a bunch of negative shit that didn't even need to be there. And then Raven Simone like reposted it with like it's the question mark nigga and then like a smiley face and I think in a heart, basically saying like she agreed with the post.
She was spending too much time with Chelsea on That's So Raven, cause like I don't know if she had like Sunday night casserole at Chelsea's house. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Souffle,
but she done lost her fucking mind. It's like where was this opinion at like all this time? Yeah, we get it. You can sit here and say, you know, Jeezy, T.I., like all these trap rappers and stuff like that. Yes, they do talk about, you know, I mean, you can't even say black stereotypes because it's really what's going on in the community.
It's not a stereotype, like, if it's true.
That's what I'm saying.
Like wrong for them
the shit is still
they living.
The shit is still going on, and the thing is it's. I know it sounds degrading, but it's a way for them to reach our people. Like our people don't. You know, a lot of people see what they're doing. We hear what they say because we understand it and we relate to it. And we don't say, hey, I'm finna go sell drugs and shoot niggas just like them people. We say we want to get from where all of that is happening and make it to a place where they make it. and then be able to get back and get even more people to do the same way. It's like they're showing us a path out, no matter what it is that they're talking about it, but it's because we can relate to it.
It's the difference between our music and pop music. I mean, our music has become pop music because we're popular. Our culture is popular. But the difference between our music and pop music, traditional pop music, is that that's reality. Like, what's being said in our music is actually happening in our communities. Now, whether or not it's happening to the guy that's saying it, debatable. But it's happening. All of these things are happening in our communities. Like, hip hop ain't shit but black country music.
Pretty much, because it's like that's but that's because rock because country music is white people's. That's how they pretty much express their feelings and emotions and what's going on.
Facts.
And shit like that, and that's what hip hop is for us.
And like the reason that people are so uncomfortable about hip hop and they're not uncomfortable about country music is because their reality and our reality are two different realities. And if the thing is, you've been to the trailer park maybe, or you got a cousin in the trailer park maybe if you're a white person, right? And so you wouldn't want to be in a trailer park, right? But you've seen it. 9 times out of 10, you've never seen a black neighborhood. So you have there were people that lived in my hometown in Danville, had lived on North Side their whole life, had never been to the neighborhoods that I hung out in.
That's a fact. Same on Staten Island. I never been to the South Shore part of Staten Island until I worked there. Otherwise, there was no need for me to go down there. Like, it's
facts.
And vice versa. There's no need for them to come up here. Like, what do they need to come up here for?
They don't need to. Like, and that's the thing. Like, that's why they're so uncomfortable with what we say in our music. They're so uncomfortable with us saying fuck the police because the police fuck with them. Exactly. They so uncomfortable with us saying do what you gotta do to get this money. Like, they so uncomfortable with a nigga. They uncomfortable with a nigga like Young Boy saying, tell me what you gonna do for the check. What you gonna do when mom's late for the rent? Because they moms don't have a rent. They pops pay a mortgage and they house paid off, so they don't know about that.
Niggas just living.
Niggas just living. They don't know about that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't know about that. So they so uncomfortable. And I would think that Raven would understand that, but I guess not, because she's a child star, and so she don't understand it because of that.
And she white now, so
yo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not like they doing that shit. It's like none of them people in the post is doing that now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get it, they came up off that, but
Charlamagne said something. Charlamagne said something on Breakfast Club the other day, and that shit was so true. He said if Malcolm X had to come up in our era, he would have never became Malcolm X. They still would have looked at him like Malcolm Little.
Because they said like how the sensitivity, like you wouldn't be able to say shit, right?
Facts.
You wouldn't be able to voice his.
Facts. Like, Malcolm X was Malcolm Little at one point. Yeah. He was Malcolm Little at one point. And you got to let people turn into Malcolm X. I'm not who I'm going to be 10 years from now, 15 years from now. I'm not, bro. Like, you not. Like, Tail not. Like, nobody is who they going to be 15 years from now, but you got to let people turn into that. You understand what I'm saying? Look at Jay. What if they had just said, yo, Jay, you going to always be a drug dealing, dope selling, Benz driving, thug.
Shooting.
Yeah, thug. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know the crazy thing is, if he had remained that person and she remained Raven Simone, who's on The View, guess what? Still nigga.
Facts.
That's a fact, really.
Like, that doesn't change.
Facts. And like, it's crazy that she can, not just her, I'm just using her for the sake of the conversation, but like, people can look at our success stories and relegate them to thugs that got lucky.
Yes.
thugs
like they didn't
got,
work hard.
Yeah.
Like to get to where they got.
Like they didn't work hard every fucking day of their life. Like they can relegate them to thugs that got lucky, taking advantage of the troublesome youth in our culture. That's bullshit. They're the troublesome youth.
Same troublesome.
They the same damn troublesome.
Same
youth.
troublesome youth that was watching S.O. Raven.
Facts. Facts. They the troublesome youth. So they was watching that so Raven thinking to themselves, how can I get like that? I want a house with my moms.
But they couldn't get like that. So you know who they try to get like? The people they can relate to.
Facts.
The people that they seen growing up in these low income communities.
Get money.
Doing whatever it is that they gotta do. And then when they get to that point, you know, they change up what it is they do and try to build a path for somebody else to get out.
Bro, I know a nigga right now in the Ville, and he in the church now. But at one point, he was selling dope. And like, what if every day, like, people disregarded all the good he did in the community because he was selling dope? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous. That's just idiotic.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that just makes no sense. Like, everybody in the world has done something bad. Don't relegate people to their flaws if they're overall good people. That's bullshit. The past is the past. Like
you said, they doing donations. Like, you know, she ain't mentioned that. She just want to talk about
she ain't mentioned that. She ain't mentioned about all the money that they give back to the black community that they claim that they're exploiting.
That's what I'm saying. I'd love to figure out what she doing for the black community.
I need to, like, what? Hating. Hating because niggas ain't paying attention to her.
Yeah, it be your own people.
It be your own people, bro. Still nigga. Still nigga.
That's why Jay-Z made that song.
Hey, man, I don't want to talk about her no more, man. Go to some other shit. Let's talk about something else. We got some conversation about some real black people.
Yeah.
All right.
Got a conversation about some Black Panthers. Movie comes out this Friday,
hey,
which is like the most anticipated, I think, movie of the,
you know what I'm saying,
of the year.
Facts.
Everybody has been waiting for this movie. Got controversy. No, the hell no. If I see it, she ain't allowed. She ain't allowed.
Yo, if you see Raven-Symoné, get her up out of there.
She don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let her watch that movie, nigga. We don't want none of your money, Raven-Symoné.
Let her wait until it hit cable. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
She can watch it. But other than that, yeah.
Bet you Jay-Z and them go see it.
Oh
shit.
Oh, we in production, boy.
Who is that? My fault.
Come on, boy.
That's Raven-Symoné.
You said it's Raven calling you?
Stop it.
Say less.
878.
I didn't even know you was with her like that.
Who is this?
You gonna answer it or no?
I don't know who that is. I'm not.
Obviously, it's somebody from the Ville. You know him. It's only like 20 people that live there.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. More than 20 people live in the Ville. Stop it. Don't disrespect my hometown like that.
That's like 19.
It was what?
Stop it. Don't disrespect my hometown like that.
It was 23 and then
hey, bro.
The other three live in 67.
You ain't. Hey, look. You ain't going to the. Hey, look. You ain't gonna go to the Ville and talk shit like that. So don't talk shit like that up here.
Damn sure will.
All right.
We'll go down to Myrtle Beach. It's cool.
You ain't finna go to the Ville and talk shit like that. Go ahead. What was we talking about?
It's about Black Panther, the most anticipated movie. Comes out Friday.
Yeah, we going to see it in the morning.
You know what I'm saying? I think
we going to see it in the morning, so we don't have to be in there with all them niggas.
There's gonna be niggas on
everywhere, bro.
Everywhere.
It's gonna be lit.
Out.
People saying they wearing certain outfits and they're coming in dashikis.
Yo, I might put a dashiki on. Real talk.
They say you should wear all black.
And I got the Jungle Book, so I'm gonna put the Jungle Book on over top of the Yo.
People saying they gonna wear
Facts.
all black.
I'm praying for you, Justin.
It's gonna be real. I'm just saying, if you are a Caucasian person and you do show up to that movie, it's gonna be uncomfortable. I feel like for you, can you not?
But please show up.
Yeah.
I mean,
come on.
No, to be honest,
Come on.
In all seriousness, any Caucasian people, Asian people, whoever wants to go see the movie, if you have really good intentions and actually curious to go see the movie, go see the movie.
Yeah, but if you come in there with a backpack, I promise you niggas is gonna escort you out there with the quickness. I promise. You come in there with a backpack.
It's not filled with fried chicken.
You come in there with a trench coat. I don't give a damn. It's negative 30 degrees outside. Do not come in there on that BS, because I'm gonna tell you like this. This ain't the Batman movie. I promise that shit.
And all you motherfuckers,
this is not Batman.
That ain't even gonna go see the movie. That I know y'all gonna write some fucking bad comments and reviews and shit on the movie just because it's an all black cast. Mm-hmm. Hey, how many movies that had all white cast?
That was terrible. A lot of them
shits.
A lot of them. So don't do it. Look,
how good y'all think this movie?
Let us have our moment.
I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care how good.
I think it's just a moment, though. Right?
I don't give a damn how good the movie is.
It's just a moment.
When look, next Friday when we do the podcast, well, this gonna be out on Monday.
Yeah.
So when the podcast come out next week on Monday, I'm gonna say the movie fire. I'm just letting y'all know.
Yeah, I might not be able to spoil it though. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna spoil it, but I'm gonna tell you like this.
I mean, Ryan Coogler sponsored this podcast. We spoiling the fuck out of it. I just want you to
you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna tell you like this. The movie fire.
The movie gonna be fire.
I'm just practicing because I'm.
Imagine the theaters, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know when you go to movies, and there's certain movies like where it's just everybody comes together in the movie theaters.
Movie fire.
I feel like it's gonna be like one of those type of movies.
Movie gonna
like,
be hard.
where everybody just in there laughing, clapping, and like it's just gonna be like.
That's
like you watching it with your cousins and shit. Like, you know
that's the movie of the decade. I'm calling it.
That shit gonna be fire. What if it do bad?
I mean, he ain't had a bad movie yet, so
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's not an option.
What are you talking about?
You said regardless, no matter.
The movie already broke records.
You buying popcorn for this?
Like a motherfucker.
I might bring in my own popcorn.
Oh,
buying popcorn.
Oh, I'm buying some popcorn. Yeah, I'm buying popcorn. I just don't know if it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna buy popcorn.
You dropping money at the concessions for this movie?
Nah, because that don't go. That don't go
Dollar General.
Facts. Dollar Tree.
What's that,
nigga? Facts. Dollar Tree.
He said Def dropping at Dollar Tree.
That's what I'm saying. I was just at the movies like 2 weeks ago, and goddamn. Chicken and waffles and the goddamn
what?
They had chicken and waffles. That shit was $13, nigga. The waffles was like, I don't know. They wasn't big though. I was trying to find.
They wasn't Belgian.
I was trying to find a word.
They wasn't Belgian waffles.
Yeah, nah, not at all. They wasn't waffles you make on a regular size waffle maker. Them shits was like mini waffles, and there was like 2 chicken tenders. It was like $13. I will not be buying food.
Y'all watching 3D or no?
Nah, nigga, nah.
No 3D.
I love you, Ryan Coogler. I don't love you that much. That shit too much. That shit costs mad money.
Why is this movie like so big? Because I know we had all black cast movies before, but
Psych?
why is nah?
Psych.
What's that?
What is the one with
Cap?
It was Kevin Hart. It was the bald nigga from like 30-Year-Old Virgin. It was Kevin Hart. Them two.
Cap.
No, we never had no all black movie before.
With an all black cast, with everybody in the movie black.
Yeah.
Nigga, it ain't just that though. This movie got all black cast. Mm-hmm. The director black. Mm-hmm. Is the writers black?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
The writers black.
Why is it so big is because it's a Marvel movie that a black director is directing, and it's an all black cast.
Okay, so my girl said it's a Marvel movie that a black director's directing, and it's an all black cast, so that's why it's big.
They don't give black people a big budget, period.
I don't remember ever being a movie where there were black people in every aspect of the movie. I don't remember that.
I thought it was. You know what I'm saying?
Even the black movies got white writers.
Then of course
because Django was written by
Fences.
Fences was written by a black person. Okay, but it was white people in that joint.
They got the golden white people in Jordan in there, so
Look. I don't even care. Listen, Black Panther is gonna be the best movie ever. It's like I don't care how much shit I've been saying that was not factual in the last 20 minutes. Black Panther finna be hey.
Regardless.
All I'm saying is Ryan Coogler ain't went wrong yet. Michael B. Jordan ain't went wrong yet.
Facts.
It's winning the
Where's
Grammy?
Wallace string?
It's winning the Grammy.
It's winning the Grammy.
Something from
the soundtrack.
The soundtrack. You know, Oscar. That they ain't listen.
Hey.
They just gave one to Moonlight. They ain't finna do it twice. Come on.
They better.
They ain't finna do it twice. Come on. Cause look, the last thing they want is a bunch of niggas on stage with African garb on. I promise.
That's a fact.
They don't want that shit. I promise.
If they want the ratings, they do.
Oh yeah, you're right. But they don't.
I mean, they gonna get the ratings regardless, because niggas is gonna watch it to see if we win, and then if we don't, watch how bad the next one is.
Watch how many people don't show up to the next Oscars. Watch Jada Pinkett Smith be mad that
y'all can't label
mad
this
and
one.
she won't invite it.
Y'all can't label this one as a comedy.
Facts.
Nah. Yeah,
Can't label this one as a comedy at all. All right, man. What's next?
That's it.
That's it?
Unless you got something else.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to talk about?
Nah, I mean, did y'all hear Phase on Love saying that Dave Chappelle never made black people laugh?
Yeah.
When in fact, Phase on Love has never made us laugh except for playing Big Worm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was wild.
Talking about the
Phase on Love is not
first,
sponsoring this podcast.
We don't want
Phase on Love ain't got the money to sponsor this podcast.
Ooh.
He don't.
Ooh.
Where you going? You get the money from Couples Retreat?
Ooh.
They talking about some
Look at Phase on. I ain't say that, bro. I fuck with you, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. You talking about the first season of Chappelle Show was trash. It didn't get good to the second season until Charlie Murphy started writing
God bless
and all
the
this
day.
other shit. And white people made Dave Chappelle.
Even though he was in Couples Retreat.
He said he's never made a nigga laugh. Like, oh, okay.
He's wilding.
Yo, listen.
You lying.
Whose man's is it?
Like, I understand you trying to come to Monique rescue.
That's what
because they threw
big people gotta stick
real
together,
money
right?
at Dave Chappelle.
This is wild.
But don't take a shot at Dave Chappelle because Monique ain't get what she got.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, if Dave Chappelle had offered for you to be on Chappelle's show, you'd have been there.
That's a fact.
You wasn't doing shit else.
That's a fact. Washed up niggas.
Be your own people. Hating and shit. How dare you?
Just because you ain't getting the money.
That's what I'm saying. You lucky we don't trade you for the rights to Stacey Dash and Raven Simone. We already got Gary Owens, so we already got an accepted white person as a black comedian. The invite to the cookout. So we
where he even get on the Breakfast Club? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand why Darnell Rollins be on there all the fucking time. He was on Chappelle's show. Mm-hmm. He went there all the fucking time.
Where Faison even come from? Like,
I don't know. Does he have something new out?
That's what I don't know what he got out. He just came to talk shit.
Y'all watched the interview?
No.
That's what I thought from listening. From listening to y'all talk, I knew damn well.
Why would I want to see Faison?
Check me out. Faison Love said some stuff in the interview that was bullshit. Dave Chappelle is funny, dog.
Hilarious.
Dave Chappelle is funny, but Faison also said some shit in that interview that was true.
Like what?
The truth is, white people champion Dave Chappelle. We did not champion Dave Chappelle ever before the Chappelle Show. And we didn't champion Dave Chappelle until we could associate him as a nigga like us. The same way we didn't champion, what's my man's name? Peele. The same way we didn't champion Key and Peele. We said they was corny. We said they out here shucking and jiving for the white man. We said that they not funny. But we did not champion Jordan Peele. None of them bullshit ass movies until Get Out. Now all of a sudden Jordan Peele black as hell. We did the same.
Still champion him.
But what I'm saying is it bullshit number one because we champion
Get Out.
We champion Get Out, but he coming out with a bunch more movies in the same vein, and I promise you, before the end of the decade, we're gonna champion him just like we did with Chappelle. Now, understand this: Chappelle played the game. Chappelle could not win black people. He couldn't. He could not win black people over, and so he did what he could do. And then when he could win black people over, he did that too. But Faison Love ain't lying. Like, do you niggas know anything Chappelle was in before the Chappelle Show? Because Chappelle was old as a motherfucker by the time the Chappelle Show. Chappelle was like in his 30s.
I just know the movie.
What movie?
The weed movie.
You don't even know the name.
Is that Half Baked? Yeah, there you go.
He was in other movies.
I know Half Baked.
You don't know no other ones, right?
Nah.
That's all I'm saying. He was in other movies just like Faison Love was at the time. But you know Faison Love.
You also gotta think how old was he at the time.
It don't matter.
It does matter.
Because the niggas that's Faison Love's age don't know either. In the interview, Faison said, okay, what movie was he in? What was he in before Chappelle Show? He didn't know. Charlamagne had no idea. And Charlamagne is in his 30s. Like, late 30s.
But the thing is, it's like, okay, like, So, do you know what movies he was in? Like, did Phase on Love did he ever say them?
Yeah, he was saying. If
I never seen him, that's not my fault.
He was saying stuff that he was in, and he was saying like he used to do this. He was like, yo, he used to be at the same comedy clubs and all of that shit. He's like, he was not catching. Niggas did not think he was funny. Yes, and like that's
the start though.
Huh?
That was the start of him.
Yeah, like they was like he was like, yo, Chappelle got a pilot every year. And they all failed. He got a pilot every year up until Chappelle Show. Every year he had a show until Chappelle Show. And Chappelle Show, it went. And it went because he found a way not only to make white people laugh, but he found a way to make niggas laugh too. When niggas start laughing at Charlie Murphy, when they start laughing at that shit, when he started, I'm Rick James, bitch, and all that other shit, the Prince sketches, I Want to Piss on You, all of them skits, like, then black people start saying, oh, no, Chappelle funny. But, like, it took a long time for black people to say he was funny. Dog, Faison Love right. In a lot of ways, Faison Love right. I think he kind of hating a little bit because I don't think he thought Chappelle would blow up like he did. But he right. Like, if y'all go back and watch the interview, the points that he made about Chappelle being like, Chappelle was the white people. That was like, he was the acceptable, like black, like white people got a black person that they accept. They accept Cardi B right now, right? Because they're like, okay, she's ratchet, but like we like her, she's cute. So, but every other ratchet girl from the Bronx, fuck them, right? Like Drake. White people accept Drake now. They're like, oh my gosh, he's so like black, but not too black. Right? Same thing with Chappelle. They were like, oh, he's funny, but he's not. He's funny in like a hee ha ha kind of way. He's not funny in like a Bernie Mac kind of way, or like he's not that funny. So, because that's not really funny. Like that's almost scary. So they don't really fuck with that as much as they fuck with Chappelle. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I felt him, bro. Like,
so
if you
played the game,
he played the game, but
it's a white man's game.
I'm saying what I'm saying is, you watch the interview. Yes, he said Chappelle ain't funny. He said that, but he clarified after the fact, and the clarity made complete sense. Like, he's right. Like, yeah, he played the game, but the reality is, niggas didn't think Chappelle was funny. I distinctly remember watching Comic View and watching Chappelle's show and not watching Chappelle's show. It took a minute for me to be like, oh, Chappelle's show was straight.
Was he not funny, or his jokes wasn't hitting yet? He just didn't have the right material yet.
Some of it was awareness because we were really young. And then some of it was the bitches wasn't hitting. Like I knew like the Dylon. Like I knew that off the bat, nigga. But some of that shit won't hit. I knew I want to piss on you, drip, 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 pee on you. I want to, like, that shit was hitting.
Yeah.
Your body is your porta body. Like, everybody know that shit. That shit was hitting. But it's like he made one like he was like, yo, tell me a Dave Chappelle joke tell me a joke from his stand up before the ones this year. He was like, I don't remember no jokes from the ones this year. He was like, I know you don't. He was like, now tell me a joke from Raw. Tell me a joke from Bring the Pain, from Run Tell That. Like, niggas know. Like, tell me a joke from It's Pimpin' Pimpin'. Everybody know this shit right here, nigga. This like, everybody know that shit.
That Tiger shit.
But you don't, like, I'm completely honest, I don't remember no Chappelle jokes from the specials. I think the one about the titty. What'd he say? I can't even remember. He had a titty joke.
The Lil Wayne one.
What was Lil Wayne?
When he was talking about the lean. How lean, like if somebody died and he could tell if it was like lean.
No, I don't remember that one. I remember that one. But like,
syrup shit.
But he said that he was, and these are specials we just watched and we don't remember them. We don't remember the jokes from the specials. You remember the jokes from the specials?
It was that.
What, from the recent ones?
Yeah.
From the one he just dropped? Because I just watched it, so of course I do. It's not fair.
Oh, you just watched it, what, today?
within the last week.
Oh, okay.
So it's not really a
All
phase.
right, but before,
all I'm saying is we don't remember. We don't
That's
remember nothing.
what he was about to say. That's what he was about to say. He was about to say, we don't remember no Phase on Love shit either.
All I'm saying is the Phase on Love had the same opportunity that Dave Chappelle had. Not only be championed by black people, but by white people. He would have took that shit. Because money is money, success is success, and he would have took that shit.
He just don't
be mad that Dave Chappelle played the game. Now, I'd be mad at Dave Chappelle if he really did start doing all that, once they wanted him to start wearing dresses and doing all that weird shit, like, he realized it was certain shit he was not willing to sacrifice. Like, and he took some time off and he came back and he's still championed by both white and black people. He played the shit right. Don't be mad because he played the game. Like, he could have stayed local or stayed within the community and not be championed by white people. But you can't be mad at the fact you
didn't he be Phase on Love?
Yeah, no, because we don't even champion this nigga.
Yeah, I don't know where he at.
I don't watch Friday for Phase on Love, nigga.
It's best role and shit, nigga. I don't know anything else.
I'd rather watch that shit for, hey, Smokey back here taking a shit. Like, I don't.
Yeah, AJ Johnson funny as hell, but
like, and we don't know him for nothing else either. But I'd rather watch it for that than fucking
bullshit.
Big Worm.
I got the hookup, nigga.
Ain't nobody talking about that.
Oh no, AJ Johnson for nothing else. Don't disrespect AJ Johnson like that.
Look.
The stuttering nigga in Hot Boys. Come on, bro. Chill out, bro.
Bruh.
Chill out. You tripping?
When was the last time the average nigga watched a Hot Boys movie?
Hot Boys.
That shit be on BET every week, nigga.
Don't nobody watch BET.
That's the bicycle.
Not no more. Not no more.
That's the
so
bicycle
that shit
shit,
on
right?
there every week. Who watching
Bicycle.
Hot Boys. Or that's the other shit.
Hot Boys.
That's not the bicycle shit.
Nah, nigga.
What's the bicycle shit with the yellow?
He a New York nigga.
This has been another episode of Just Hip Hop.
What is the Hot Boy shit?
This has been another episode of Just Hip Hop. Like as always, if you like what we talking about,
Hot Boys must have been trash, man.
yo, you tripping? Yo, like all these New York niggas, bro. Always disrespecting South shit,
man.
Always
New York
disrespecting
shit.
the South shit, nigga. Go put some Timbs on and turn that dead ass B. Go put some Timbs on and a Yankee hat, nigga.
Easy squirrel hunt niggas.
Look. Hey, bro.
I ain't never hunt no squirrels.
I ain't never hunt a squirrel in my life. I don't know what this nigga talking about.
I'm from, nigga. I don't know what you talking about.
What you talking about, nigga? I'm from the Ville. We ain't hunting no damn squirrels, man.
I'm from Baltimore. Nigga.
I'm for
no damn squirrels.
Hey, look, nigga. Look.
Skunks and shit.
Listen, B. Listen, God. Money.
Tight B.
You getting us tight, B. All right? Go put some Timbs on. All right?
Facts.
Go put that Yankee hat on, all right?
Son.
And go listen to some Fabulous or something, all right? All right, B.
I'm gonna have Mano run down on y'all niggas.
Hey, nigga, whatever.
Troy Ave.
Whatever, nigga. Look, it's been another episode of Just Hip Hop. As always.
Troy, what he gonna do? Powder.
Nigga, let me finish the goddamn episode. It's been another episode.
Troy, run down on me. How that work out for him the last time? How?
Hey,
middle finger from the stand on
listen,
me,
that new Troy Ave record is hard. Troy Ave sponsored this podcast.
I heard his testimony gonna be hard.
Nah. Don't even have Troy Ave sponsoring it. No
Troy Ave
snitches sponsor. No.
Yeah. I bet you have Meek Mill sponsor it though.
Hell yeah.
He was snitching, nigga.
He was snitching. This has been another episode of Just Hip Hop. Follow us at For Just Hip Hop on Twitter, Instagram. Check us out, forthecommission.com/For Just Hip Hop. You got any topics, anything you want us to discuss, comment, DM, whatever. Tweet us, you know what I'm saying? Send us a package in the mail or something. I don't know. But
unless you Raven Simone. I don't want no casserole from Chelsea House.
Facts. And I'm C. Well, you can't see me pointing, huh? I'm C.
Oh, you was looking at me? Oh, December.
Buddha.
And we out this bitch.
It was Biker Boys.
This nigga.
No, let it go.
That's what I was thinking of, Biker Boys.
Bruh, it's over. It's over.